Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to GoodWe webinars today about residential solar energy storage. And my name is Lý Nguyễn. I will be the host of webinar today. And I would like to say thank you to all the ladies and gentlemen and the attendees today. Thank you very much for spending your time and join our webinar. And today with us, we have two speakers from GoodWe, Miss Alice Wang, GoodWe Senior Solar Engineer, and Mr. Richard Mercury, GoodWe Sales Manager in Indonesia and Philippines. And before starting our webinar, I have two small notes for all of our esteemed guests. First, if you have any question, please feel free to type them in the Q&A box. And second, after the webinar, I will send to all the email register today's presentation and video record as well, so you won't have to worry if you need to take a look again at our material. And let's not wait no longer. Let's start the webinar now with the presentation of Mr. Richard Mercury, Indonesia and Philippines Sales Manager. Hello, Mr. Richard, please start your presentation.
Hi. Yeah, thank you for the time. Yeah, hello everybody, good afternoon. I am Richard. Can you hear my voice, Lizzie?
Yes,
hello.
We can hear you, sir.
Okay, so I'm in charge for Indonesia now, for Philippines also. So let's start for the beginning for the company introduction. Okay. So today webinar is about safe and efficient solar energy storage system for the home. Start with the part one, company and product introduction. GoodWe, in GoodWe have two, the vision and mission. The vision is driving the world's smart energy future, and then the mission that we want to change the global energy transition from the create a sustainable future for Earth, mankind, and future generation. And then total installation for global is 3 million units with annual power generated 56,450 gigawatt hour. And then this is our milestone. Yeah, actually GoodWe is established in 2010. And then 2011, we have established the R&D center in Suzhou. And then that is the GoodWe's first PV inverter. And then in 2015, we are listed in the NEQ. And then we have we developed the GoodWe Solar Academy, also established the GoodWe Australia. In 2016, we get the predicate from the two Finland at Quality Awards, All Quality Matters, and our inverter displayed in IKEA across Europe. And also in 2017, we have a R&D center in Shenzhen, and then another one, the service center in India. And 2022, we doing the global rebranding, a brand new GoodWe, with the logo is different. And then we have a groundbreaking ceremony of GoodWe in our new factory, Smart Energy and R&D Center also. And then this is a GoodWe family. Currently, we have 4,000 total number of employees with 700 R&D staff and 100 overseas employees. Yeah, and then as you know, maybe in a few regions like Europe and Asia, there's also have the GE brand. Yeah, but for the Southeast Asia, we only do the GoodWe, and then not GE. But on this webinar, I want to say that we are the only exclusive partner licensed with GE. How can I say like that? Is 32 manufacturers were listed or shortlisted by GE in France, and then finally GE chose GoodWe become the exclusive licensed partner. And then this is our global presence. We have subsidiaries in Germany, Netherlands, UK, Spain, Poland, mostly in Europe, and then also Australia, South Korea, and Japan. Our branches we have in Brazil, Mexico, Italy, Greece, Turkey, and now we have also in Southeast Asia, Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, and Indonesia, which is in charge for Indonesia, and now it's Philippines. And R&D center is we have Suzhou R&D center, Shenzhen, and then now we already develop, expand to Wuhan and Nanjing. Our production facilities we have in Suzhou and Guangzhou. So it's 2 production facilities until now. And then this is our global partner. Yeah, we have in global partner with Kranik, Sterling and Wilson, and then also with the Memodo, Tata Power. Maybe this is also familiar with you. And then the PV project owner, we have cooperation, global cooperation with Siemens, IKEA, Bosch, Toyota, Coca-Cola. This one, this few is maybe the popular brand in the world. And then this is our awards, GoodWe awards. So from 2017 to 2021, 5 years, in 5 consecutive years, we got the predicate from the 2 Finlands that all quality matters. And as you know, in 2021, we also get the most financial stable investor company from Bloomberg Nerve. This one is also our pride, in this business. And then 2021, we become the world's top 3 storage inverter supplier. And then this is our production capacity. For the solar inverter capacity, we already produce 30 gigawatt. With battery capacity is 2.1 gigawatt hour. And then this is our headquarters, state of the art in the headquarters. So the global installation is about 35 gigawatt, the whole. Which is we divide 15 gigawatt for residential and 90 gigawatt for CNI. For energy storage, we also already installed 1 gigawatt. So the total should be 35 gigawatt. And then this is the global ranking. We are the top 3 global energy storage inverter, and then mostly still in the Europe. Because we are a little bit late to develop in Southeast Asia. But the Southeast Asia market is still growing until now. And then this is the market share, mostly also in the Europe. We have 50% of market share in Turkey, 15% in Poland, Germany is 10% with the storage system, and Italy with the 20% of storage system, South Africa 25% with the storage system. These few years, GoodWe is global expanding mostly in Southeast Asia, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia. We are very we try our best to do and then to penetrate this market as well. And then this is the overseas warehouse management. So we have also the warehouse in few regions like USA, Brazil, UK, Netherlands, Turkey, and India. So in GoodWe, we have three steps. So it's we have a pre-sale service, which we can give you any solution for your commercial rooftop, home residential, or maybe utility scale, with the design, of course, and then with your demand. So we can give you the suggestion for the efficiency design with our inverter. This is the pre-sale service. And then the second is the sales, which is from my department. We can talk about the commercial things, when the goods will be arrive in Philippines, and then when you need the goods, when the goods need to be installed, and then how much the cost for the inverter. This is the sales service. And then for the after sales service, we also have 24 hours after sales in HQ with our team in China, Suzhou. Then they will try to see whether the hardware or from the software have an accident or maybe a fault or error. So your inverter can be settled by our team in HQ. So there's a pre-sales, sales, and after sales. Also, we have the community, we call it GoodWe Solar Academy. This is a deep in solar. Yeah, we can discuss further and then discuss more and let you know what is the current technology for the solar inverter. And then this is the product. Our product range actually for residential is from 0.7, which is 700 watt to 20 kilowatt or 20,000 watt. And then utility scale, we have a 225 and 250 kilowatt. And PV storage, currently we have 3 until 100 kilowatt, but the new one should be launching is 100 kilowatt, the hybrid inverter. And then we also have our lithium battery. Yeah, as you know, the new one is for the CNI solution. Come with C-Link's Home C-Series 101 kilowatt hour. And then also we have a BIPV and then Smart Energy Management System, which is our monitoring system. We call it Sense Portal. Yeah, this is our PV storage solution. You can see it comes with a 15 to 30 kilowatt with the high voltage battery, and then ET plus 5 to 10, EH plus is a 3.6 to 6 kilowatt, and then this is a ETC, the big size 50 or 100 kilowatt, and then also the SPP G2 with low voltage and ES series 3 to 6 kilowatt. This is the low voltage. Yeah, as I said to you before, we have a 3 battery now. The low voltage one is U series with 5.4 to 32.4 kilowatt hour. The second one is the F series from 6.6 to 16.4 kilowatt hour. Can be stacked until 8 batteries. So it means that around 132 kilowatt hour for the F series. And then for the C series, this is the new product from GoodWe for the CNI and remote area solution. It comes with 101 until 156 kilowatt hour, and then can be stacked to the capacity 468 kilowatt hour. So this is the SAMS portal. Yeah, this is the SAMS portal with which is come with it's a free one. Yeah, maybe in other, as you know, another brand. If you want to open the feature, you need to pay, but this is free. You can see your PV generation, monthly generation, and yearly generation. And also you can do the setting and then the remote shutdown. Also, but this need to have a stable Wi-Fi in your area for the remote shutdown actually. And then also you can see and then have an access to do the monitoring. For example, for utility scale, you need to more and more monitoring for this. You can ask our after sales in HQ to open it for you with the NDA. Thank you. Maybe that's from me. If you have any question, I already put my WhatsApp number in the chat. Just give me any WhatsApp or email. I will come to discuss with you. Thank you. Thank you. Back to you, Lizzie. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Richard, for your presentation. Thank you for showing us about the development of GoodWe companies as well as GoodWe portfolio. And Mr. Richard is our sales manager in Indonesia and Philippines, as I mentioned. So if you have any question or inquiries related to sales, please kindly contact us here, or maybe you can contact Mr. Richard later after the webinar. I will send you his contact emails later. And let's move on to the next part, the main part of today's webinar. Let's welcome Miss Alice Wang. She will be the one to present us the residential solar energy storage. And hello, Miss Alex, are you there?
Hello, everyone. Yes.
Yes, please share your screen.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So, Lizzie, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
And can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see you. Please go on.
Okay, let's start. Okay, this is Alice. Nice to meet you, everyone. Today, I will share with you some energy residential ESS solutions and some of GoodWe products. Okay, this is about the map of GoodWe ESS products residential. But here, it does not include the hybrid inverters and energy storage products for American markets and the Japanese markets. And they are the products for EMEA and other markets. And here we can see the left side. The left side are hybrid inverters. The right side are AC coupled inverters. Hybrid inverters include ES, EM, ESG2, EH, EHB, ESA, and ET, and ET15 to 30. And the AC coupled inverters have SVP, SVPG2, BH, and BT. What's the difference between hybrid inverters and AC coupled inverters? The difference is that hybrid inverters can connect the PV panels, and the AC coupled inverters cannot connect the PV panels. And ES, EM is the old version of GoodWe low voltage single phase hybrid inverters. And ESG2 is a second generation of ES and EM. It also combines ES and EM. The power size is from 3 to 6 kilowatt. And EH is a high voltage single phase hybrid inverter, so it can connect the high voltage batteries. And EHB is also a high voltage single phase hybrid inverters, but it's only for the South African markets. And ESA is an all-in-one energy storage solutions. And the inverter is 5 kilowatt, and the battery, the capacity of the batteries can be from 10.8 kilowatt hour to 21.6 kilowatt hour. And ET is a 3-phase high voltage hybrid inverters, and it's a smaller ET, so the power size is from 5 to 10 kilowatt. And this one ET 15 to 30 kilowatt is a larger size, is a larger ETs, and it can be used for small CNI applications. And it's also 3-phase high voltage hybrid inverters. And the right side AC coupled inverters, SBP is a old generation corresponding to the ES and the EM. SBP is a new generation of the ES for the ESG2, and the BH is for the EH, and BT here is only for the smaller ET. For the bigger BT, they will be available in Okay, let's come to GoodWe energy storage solutions. Here is the operation logic. This one is from the perspective of PV supply priority. So from this diagram, we can see the PV panels power the loads first. And then if there is an excess power, it will be charged the battery. And after that, if there is still excess power, it will feed into the grid. And here is about the operation logic, but from the perspective of load consumption priority. So the loads will consume the power from PV first, and then from the battery lost from the grid. So it can save money for users. And here is about the power backup. So it means that it's a solution that when the grid disconnects, the system will switch from the on-grid side to the off-grid side. So, and the time is within 10 milliseconds. Users cannot feel there is an interruption. And here's the AC retrofit solution. From here, we can see the AC coupled inverters are used here together with the PV inverters. So it can form an energy storage system for users. If there is an excess power from the PV inverters, the power can be used to charge the battery or to power the supply. The battery can supply the power to the backup loads. And this is a three-phase paralleling system. And the paralleling system, this one is just only for the ET, the smaller ET 5 to 10 kilowatt. And it can support 10 units ET paralleling, but is paralleling on the on-grid side, not for the backup side. So we can see from this diagram, we can see only the backup side, only the on-grid side are paralleled. For the backup side, they are independent. So because ET 5 to 10 kilowatt, the maximum power is maximum power size is 10 kilowatts. So the maximum paralleled power size can be 100 kilowatt. And here is a paralleling solution for one phase. It's only for EST2. This solution can support the parallel on both on-grid side and the off-grid side. So here we can see this gray line represents the on-grid side parallel, and the blue one shows that the backup side are parallel. And if 3 units are connected in paralleling, it can support UPS level switching time. It means the system can switch from the on-grid side to the off-grid side within 10 milliseconds. But if the units is more than 3 units, it can only support the UPS level switching. And this one is a single phase in 3-phase utility. And it means that a single phase hybrid inverter can be used used in a 3-phase grid. Here, we just connect it to one of the 3 phase, but here we need to use a smart meter, 3-phase smart meter, not a single phase smart meter. Capacity extension solution. Just now we have already seen that AC coupled solution. This solution is a little bit similar to that solution, but the difference that here the hybrid inverter is used. So users can also add more solar panels, not only the batteries. And here one is a battery-ready solution. Battery-ready solution is that GoodWe EHR, ETR inverter can be used as PV inverter in the beginning, but if users want to add batteries or want to form a energy ESS system, they can buy the activation code from GoodWe after sales to activate the inverter to a hybrid inverter. And this one is about the all-in-one energy solution, energy storage solution system. Here we can see this is a 5 kilowatt hybrid inverter, and here is the pre-wired box, and the bottom ones are battery. In this system is 5 kilowatt. To the capacity of the battery is from 10.8 to 21.6 kilowatt hour. And this is about the battery power reservation solution. In our app, there are two setting ways to set the battery, DOD. One is under the battery setting mode. So here we can see, we can set DOD on-grid and DoD off-grid. And we also can choose the mode as backup mode. It also have that function. This is about the economic mode. And the economic mode, there are 4 groups for setting different charging and discharging time or power. And this is about the load monitoring. The load monitoring is realized via the platform SAMs. So we can see here in SAMs, users can have a daily and historical data of the system, and it can also provide a real-time monitoring data. And the right side, we can see SAMs can provide daily, monthly, yearly calculation. So it's a historical data. And for self-use analysis, we use the smart meter in system to detect the power selling and importing from to the grid, and then system will be able to calculate the how many the loads consumed. Next part is the features of GoodWe solutions. The first is about the one-stop solution. One-stop solution is that a solution that users can buy the inverters and all accessories from GoodWe except the loads or cables. So it's very convenient for users. And UPS level switch time, this is a circuit in the inverter, and when the grid is available, the relay 1 is closed and the relay 3 open. So here we can see the inverter and the on-grid can power the loads, and when the grid is disconnected, and the relay 1 and relay 2 will open and the relay 3 will be closed. So the inverter can still continue to supply power to the backup loads. And here's about the quick installation and commissioning. It shows that it's very convenient and time-saving to install GoodWe system. Almost take 22 or around 40 minutes to finish installation. And this is a basic commissioning. When users buy the system from GoodWe, they must connect the GoodWe app, SolarGo, and set the basic setting. So first, should set the safety code and then operation mode. And third, the battery type, and last to do the meter detect. And this one is about 100% bidirectional unbalance. It means that the system the 3-phase solar energy storage system can supply power depends on the real loads connected to each phase of the each phase. It means that when the phase 1 have the load is 1 kilowatt, phase 2 is 3 kilowatt, and phase 3 2 kilowatt, and then the inverter will supply different power to each phase according to the real needs of each phase. And this is a BT. BT also has that function. So it can also depends on the real load's power. If there's 3 kilowatt left, it will be used to charge the battery. And phase 2, 1.5, phase 3, 2 kilowatt. So here is just an example. And next is about a GoodWe LinkU series batteries. LinkU is low voltage batteries. Rated capacity is 5.4 kilowatt hour. And the usable energy is 4.86 kilowatt hour. And for LinkU, it can support 1 to 6 parallels. So the maximum usable capacity is 29.1 kilowatt hour. And the max charge and discharge current is 50 ampere. Here is the high voltage battery. The high voltage battery, the rated power is 3.27 kilowatt hour. The usable almost the same with the rated capacity. So it means the DOD is around 100%. And so it can support 2 to 5 modules connected in series. So the maximum capacity can reach 5 times the rated capacity. It is that 5 times 3.27 kilowatt hour. And here are the compatible batteries with GoodWe inverter. For low voltage, we have BYD, LG Chem, and the Alpha S and Polytech. For high voltage, BYD, Polytech, and LG. Smart energy solution, third part. Smart energy solution, we have GoodWe has the load control solution in ET series and ESG2 series. So it means that the system can control the turn on and turn off of some large loads. This is realized by the contact based on the presented. And the next is about ESG2 solution. ESG2 is GoodWe's new product. And here is a system diagram of ESG2. And this one is about the comparison with G1. So we can see max input current per MPPT increase from 14 to 16 ampere. And the max continuous output power with grid can reach 2 times rated power. But the maximum power is 10 kilowatt. And peak out apparent power, it can be 2 rated power for 10 seconds. And the protections, DC surge arresters type 2, AC surge arresters and
Hello, Miss Alice. It seems that your Wi-Fi has some
can be
trouble.
optional. We used to use it. Oh, can you hear me, Lizzie?
Yes, we can hear you now. It's a little bit broken before.
Okay. So now it's normal. Okay, let's continue. Let's take an example. For example, this inverter ESG2 is a 5 kilowatt rated power, and the users can connect 1.5 times the rated power is 7.5 kilowatt, right? And then the inverter can output 5 kilowatt to power the loads. And then for the rest 2.5 kilowatt, it can be used to charge the battery. So it will make full use of the PV generation. And here's the generator solution for ESG2. And ESG2 can connect generator. And in our app, we also need to set the generator control and do some settings for the generator. When the grid disconnects, the ATS will switch to the generator. So the generator can charge the battery or supply power to the loads. The last part is the EV charger. GoodWe has EV charger. It has 3 kinds of EV charger: the power sciences, are respectively 7 kilowatt, 11 kilowatt, and 22 kilowatt. 7 kilowatt is a single phase EV charger, and the rest two are three-phase EV charger. Okay, that's about our Solar Academy. Deep in thought, deep in integration, and deep in solar. And that's all for the GoodWe residential ESS solutions and some new products like ESG2. If you have any questions, can raise your question.
Okay, thank you, Miss Alice and Mr. Richard for your presentation. Let's move forward to the Q&A part. And before we start with the first question for our speakers today, I received one question from a attendee, I believe, who is not currently living in the Philippines, about the condition of the electricity system in the Philippines. And let me just share a little bit about the big picture for the Philippines right now. The Philippines, as you know, they have a lot of islands, and therefore the transmission of power from this location to another is very expensive and also very difficult. Therefore, Philippines right now is at the top of the electricity price compared to other country in the world. Let's just say, for example, right now, the electricity price for residential in the Philippines is around 0.21 US dollar. And if compare that to a neighbor country in the same region, let's say compared to Vietnam, where I came from, the electricity in the Philippines is 4 to 5 times higher than what is in Vietnam. Therefore, right now, they are heavily dependent on coal or gas for introducing to make their electricity. Therefore, the government is pushing the whole country forward to renewable energy, and they have a lot of favorable policy for the country to develop solar power, wind power, or LNG. So that is a brief introduction of the solar, of the whole condition of power in the Philippines nowadays. Let's start with the first question for our speaker today. The first question is, Miss Alice, can you help to answer the first question about how much money can I expect to save on my bills?
For this question, it does not have a definite answers or reply, because it has something to do with many factors, like the electricity fee in Philippines or other markets, and how many power you can generate. So I can't give very correct answers to this question, because it really has many there are many factors which will influence the money saved.
Yeah. So as from what I understand, the end user, they should contact a installer or distributor in their region, and that installer, they will come to their house and make a full survey about the whole condition of the house and how much electricity they usually use monthly, and they will calculate it a suitable system for your house according to the amount you use in monthly. So it also depends on whether or not you can afford the full system. If you can afford a big system for energy storage, for solar for your house, which means you will use 100% power from the solar panel. So you will you won't have to pay any money for the electricity grid anymore. But if you can only like a half of that, then of course your bill will decrease by half. So it really depends on how much you use each month and how much money you have at hand to invest in the solar system.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you, Miss Alice. And the second question is about the roof orientation. Does it matter?
Yes, matter. Because the roof of orientation can influence the voltage of the PV panels, and it can influence the generation of PV because it affects the sunshine, right? So if the sunshine is very enough or strong, I think so the PV will generate much power, maybe a full capacity of the PV panels. But if there is a little sunshine, so the PV panels won't make full use of its cannot make full use of its generation or the powers. So it really does matter if the roof orientation.
Yes, thank you, Miss Alice. And can you share a little bit more if is there any GoodWe products, hybrid inverters that can support a complex roof, a roof with many angles and many tilt in many ways? So is there a product that can support that kind of roof?
Yes, so for the angles, we can use the products with I mean with multiple MPPTs. So it will decrease the influence from the roof orientation.
Yes, thank you, Miss Alice. And another question is, will my system work at night?
Work
Hello,
at
Miss
night?
Alice?
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
they want to know if their solar energy storage system can work at night as well.
Yes, yes, of course, because so energy ESS system has batteries, right? So at night the battery can also power the loads. It depends on the user's needs. Users can set it. Yeah. When the battery can discharge or to power the loads.
Yeah, so the whole point of a solar energy storage system is to support you when you do not have electricity from the grid or when the sun is not up anymore. So yes, the answer is yes, it can work at night.
Yeah,
and
because it has battery.
Yeah,
yes,
yes, exactly. Mr. Richard, there's an attendee who wants to know about our local distributor and technical support in the Philippines. Yeah. Can you share a little bit about the sales situation of GoodWe in the Philippines right now?
Yeah, currently we are still open the opportunity actually for the local distributor, and for the technical support is we still don't have it actually, but will be handled from Indonesia. And then if you want to buy the retail, as a few cases before, we also try to help you to make some PO from Indonesia. We can send it to from our distributor in Indonesia for now. But because Philippines is still new for us, we try to expand or open a new distributor channel. And hopefully by this year, we will have a distributor and I will set technical support in Philippines. Maybe this can help. It's easy.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Richard. So basically, for now, Philippines is still a new market for GoodWe, and we are open for anyone to become our distributor at the moment. And as for the service support, after we have a distributor, we can either grant the service support for our distributor, or we will set up our own support system, and that will be for the future sense. For now, if you have any require or any request for order, or you're interested in GoodWe product at all, just send an email to Mr. Richard here, and I will share his email contact via emails for all of you after this webinar. Thank you. And we have a question from Mr. Lazaro, is why is DOD set to 60% only?
No, okay. Because in this slide, it's just an example. Actually, the DOD can be set by the users or the installers. It can be set 70 or some other percentage according to the needs of the users.
Yeah, so yes. What is the maximum for DOD?
Maybe 90%.
Okay.
Yes, so it means SOC is 10%.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So it's not only 60%.
Okay, thank you, Miss Alice. Yeah, we have another question from end user. I believe they ask, can I have a solar electric system on my house and still be connected to city power?
Yes. Why not?
Yeah, like the purpose of a solar electric system in your house is to support you with another source of free energy from solar on your roof. So of course, in the meantime, you will still be connected to your city power or your power from the grid. And in case solar is not enough to supply all of your needs at one time, the inverter will take some of the energy from the grid, from the city power, and you will, the whole point of this is first to cut some of the costs you have to pay monthly for your supplier of electricity in your country. And second of all is, of course, solar will be a greener and more sustainable alternative for electricity power source for all of us. So it's just great. And especially the solar energy storage system, it will help you in time of needed. For example, there is electricity cut down, or there's some problem with the grid that they cannot fit in any electricity to your house, or you just simply want to save more money monthly. So yeah, that would be a good alternative for you, but you will be still connected to your city power. And moving on to the next question is, can ESG2 be configured in three-phase or single phase? What is the maximum number of ESG2 inverters that can be connected in parallel?
Okay, so for this first question, can you clarify that whether they are asking the ESG2 can be connected to three-phase grid, or they can be paralleled into three-phase? So which one?
Actually, I can allow the attendee to speak. So, hello,
okay,
sir.
I can explain. I can explain too. Okay, if ask about whether the ESG2 can be connected to the three-phase. My answer is that yes, it can be used in three-phase grid. And if for the paralleling of ESG2 into three-phase, it cannot. And in three-phase or single-phase, what's the maximum number of ESG2 inverters can be connected in parallel? The max number is 16 units.
Yes, thank you, Miss Alice. Hello, sir. Is this the answer you want, or do you want to clarify more on your question? I've just allowed you to talk, so if you want to share with us a little bit more about your side, then just turn on your microphone and you can talk with us directly.
Okay. I got the answer I want. I'm okay with that.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to another one. The question is, the Philippines is a tropical country with high temperature and humidity. How is battery efficiency affected by the temperature and humidity?
For this question, for the high temperature, I think the battery efficiency will be decreased. And for the humidity, I think I need to check internally and reply to you.
Okay,
Yes.
Thank you, Alex. Let me share a little bit about my point of view. I live in Vietnam, and our country also very hot and humid at the same time too. And we have installed a lot of GoodWe solar energy storage in the country. And to be honest, we don't see any problem when the system run in our country. And as long as you following the installation instruction, for example, if the batteries say that IP20, which means you cannot install it outside the house, and you just install inside the house somewhere is dry and cold, and yeah, I think it will be okay to operate normally.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is another question. Can other lithium battery be connected to GoodWe inverters? And what are the consequences?
Other lithium batteries. Lithium batteries can be connected to GoodWe inverter, but they should be on the list of the compatible batteries. Yes, in GoodWe's battery compatibility list, and then for the customers can see download the statement from our GoodWe website. Yeah. And here are listed the battery brands and the types.
Yes, so GoodWe has a list of lithium battery brand that can be connected to our hybrid inverters, and I will send you the list after this webinar ends, together with all the documents, so you can refer more detailed information via that list later. Thank you, sir. Do I need permission from the local utility to connect my solar system to the grid? Yeah.
I think it depends on the local electricity regulations. Yeah,
yes,
depends on Philippines regulations.
Yes, exactly. It will be depends on your local regulation at the time. As far as I know, right now in the Philippines, yes, you have to ask your local utility to be connected to the grid if you install a solar system, but it should be very simple. If you install that system only for your house to you, which means you will not export any of the solar energy to their grid. Should be no problem at all. If you want to sell to the grid though, I believe right now you still can sell to the grid, and but the regulation is different from one city to another. So you need to find your supplier to ask whether or not they allow it, and how you can do it, and all the paperwork that's related to it. So yeah. I'm sorry, just for any question related to pricing or cost, or even product orders or quotation, we will answer to you privately via the emails later, because sorry, we cannot disclose all the information now in here. And right now the time is quite late. Let's take 2 more questions, and then we will end the session here. Another question is how much time it will take to charge the batteries?
Okay, it depends on the current or the power charging the battery. For example, if a battery is 5 kilowatt hour, the capacity, and if the charging power is 5 kilowatt, it will only take 1 hour to fully charge the batteries. And if the current is half of the that of 5 kilowatt, for example, it's only 2.5 kilowatt, and it will take 2 hours to fully charge the battery. So it depends on the current, charging current or discharging current.
Okay, thank you, Alice. And another question about how to use the app is, how can I tell if my system is performing good or not?
For the app, there are a lot to say about the app, because it's not just the only one interface. There are many working modes, and each mode has different operation logic, and there are many parameters settings in the app, and you can check check the app, the meter detector, and the energy flow in the same platform to see whether your system is operate normally.
Thank you, Alice. And hello, Mr. Richard. Can you share a little bit about the standard cell requirement for all countries in the Southeast Asia? For example, if a customer they're interested in GoodWe, what should they do? Like they should send you a request, or what is the step for a new customer to book an order from GoodWe, and is there any minimum order requirement or something? Yeah.
So for Southeast Asia, as I from sales department, it will be have 1 container. Yeah, it is the minimum order, and then you can choose from the 0.7 kilowatt to 250. Also with the battery, you can mix the product in 1 container, 20 feet, the small one. And then not only that, because as a sales, we have a responsible to survey, to analyze that are you capable with the goods? Are you in this business or not for a long time? Because we don't want it to happen when you place the order to GoodWe and then the goods come to your area and then you cannot sell it. This is also become the problem. So we need to do an audit and then analyze what kind of business, and then which part. Are you in residential or CNI? And then what is your strength? And then how is your target for the 1 year? And then for the, how is the after sales? Anything we need to discuss more, but for the MOQ is 1 container. but this will be, I cannot promise anything. Yeah, I cannot promise anything, but we will do the selection. Not everyone, for example, you want to do the stock for one container, I give to you, and then yeah, only one time business. Not like that actually.
Yes, thank you, sir. So how about the after sales service? Can you share a little bit about the basic step of the after sales service you usually will do for a customer?
Yeah, so as a distributor, as a Philippines is a new market, for after sales service, you need to have a technical service engineer in your area. The first, the second one that we will give you a training, yeah, for the how to apply. For example, it could be we have a use ticket. Yeah, use ticket. You can apply for the ticket, and then you can contact me to propose to the headquarter, and then the headquarter will check the inverter from remote. Yeah, remote around 3.72 hours, around 3 days. Yeah, the maximum time. Actually, the software or the hardware is trouble. If the software is trouble, yeah, they will manage to settle it directly. But when it comes to the hardware, we need to change. But the replacement unit is in your site, so you cannot also sell the replacement unit. The replacement in your site is commit only for the after sales usage, not for sale.
Yes, thank you, sir. Yeah, and I received one question about the warranty time for GoodWe products. Just for share a little bit, the basic warranty for all of our products right now is 5 years. In some country or for some products, the warranty time will be a little bit longer. And we also have the extension of warranty time. You can buy up to 20 years for one product. So thank you, our speaker today, Miss Alice and Mr. Richard, for joining us. And thank you, all of our attendees, ladies and gentlemen.
Lizzie, maybe you should tell our audience that GoodWe will exhibit in the Philippines next month. Because I see there's someone also asked whether we will come to Philippines or not next month for the exhibition.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Richard. And as you know, we will have a future energy show on May 15 and 16 next month in the Philippines. And GoodWe team will be there. So if you have any question or inquiry, or if you curious with our products and want to see it with your own eyes, then please kindly join the Future Energy Show on May 15, 16 as SMX Center, and our whole team will be there. Sales, after sale, marketing will be there, and we will help you with all the products that you want to know about. And just one more thing before we end this webinar, we have a lucky gift for you today. It will be a Amazon ticket, and I will run a lucky number for 6 people in the attendee list today, and I will send an email to announce winner to your email later. So thank you everyone again for spending time and join GoodWe today. We're very happy to have you here, and we hope to see you soon. And thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.